Test, test. All right.
I I guess we could call that a start. Oh boy. A little phlegmy there, huh? It's a little embarrassing. Hello everyone. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Dude, what is good, bud?
Oh, yeah, same old, same old.
Sometimes that's not that bad. Same
Yeah.
old, right? How you doing?
Yeah, doing all right. Doing all right.
You home now or are you on the road? What do they got
No,
you?
I got home like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, are they sending you out anytime soon? Or do you get
Yeah, at the end of the month.
really?
Yeah.
They're sending me out next week. I gotta go to Baltimore.
Where the fuck is that?
Baltimore?
Oh, Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. Same shit, different day. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, Brick. Hey, Skybaz. Good to see Pants Truck. We all love Pants Truck.
Yeah.
What if
Hachi,
what if
Levcorn.
Damien won the giveaway? Ooh, we'd be living in some kind of
He'd
Dystopia.
have one running car.
You'd probably find a way to fuck that up.
Yeah.
I bought my LZ dildo charger to enter the giveaway. Yeah, did you guys make sure to enter the giveaway? If you didn't, you don't like Supras and you're not a JDM legend. Like it's just a
Yeah.
fact.
I got 2 T-shirts and a koozie.
Yeah, and then how many entries did your mommy mail in for you?
20.
20.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that FD companion commentary again.
When is it?
I think it's Saturday.
What time Saturday?
I don't know. What time Saturday is it? Maybe we'll do it. We can do it if we
Yeah.
try.
If if it's my weekends are usually booked as a thing.
Yeah, I know. Life's busy, you know? Life's a busy
Yeah.
thing. Fuck IDK. What's up, Kevin?
Kevin Daly, what's up, man?
Skybaz, don't tell us what to do. All right? Oh, I had a car of the day. I need to find it though. So let me find the picture. I'll add it in. It'll be seamless. No one will ever know that I did it. So why
Cool.
don't you I don't know, start talking about something and we'll go from there.
Okay. Well, I will talk about I guess I guess my the car look I've had for the probably the last man, it feels like it's been the last this entire fucking year, but it's kind of par for the course when you have old cars, and I have 3 old cars, so it's a small collection, but it is, 3 old cars is definitely more than what most people have, and just keeping up with them, man,
Yeah, it's a lot to do.
it's yeah, it's fucking it's a lot to keep up with.
Yeah,
Um,
totally.
the Celsior, it started with the the AC compressor started making noise, and I was like, okay, compressor's fucked. I got to get a new compressor. Get a new compressor, get that put on. All good to go. I have AC. I drive it fucking the next day, and it starts like misfiring like
She's fucked.
ridiculous. Like it starts
Like
running like shit,
like she's dildoed.
bad. Like I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I take it back. I take it to the shop. I'm like, yeah, this started happening. They had the car for like fuck a month, I think, and they
Oof.
couldn't fix it. And they're like, oh yeah, they're like, come get it. And I think it's finished, and it's no, it's like not even. It's still fucked up, and they couldn't figure it out. So I ended up taking it to my boy Lutz. He fixed it. I think in about a week, maybe a week and a half, something like that.
Something reasonable.
Yeah, and it turned out that it had skipped timing. And
It
he was like,
skipped
"Yeah, dude,
timing. Oof.
that timing belt, you probably had maybe another week on it. It had never been changed." And what sucks is that I purchased everything to do the timing set because I knew I was like,
And just
"Yeah, the
hadn't
thing's
done
never
it
been
yet.
changed." Yeah, it has like I don't know 60 or 70,000 miles, but it's the original timing belt.
Yeah, it's just
So
an old
just from
belt.
age, it has to
Yeah.
be changed.
Yeah, that's
And
all the age right there for sure.
yeah, and I bought everything to get it done, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that next. But it fucking forced me to do it because it skipped timing. Thankfully, it's a non-interference engine, so nothing happened. They changed my water pump, put new timing belt on. Um,
She's fucking
I had to get a new
cherry.
fucking radiator was fucking leaking a little bit, so
Oh God,
got a new radiator.
radiator, dude. What else can go wrong?
Fuck. And
Sounds like a nightmare, man.
it sucks, man. It's like one after another after another. So I'm like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Finally, I get it back. It's running really nice. AC, I'm like, this is fucking nice. Cruising around. Um, timing belt, I want to say,
69. It was
I don't know.
69 420.
He did a lot. He did a lot of work, and I paid a large fucking repair bill. I feel like fucking Hoovy almost with
He
this
he
thing.
paid he paid his wizard,
It was
and
like
and he got
I had
his car.
a fucking $2,300 repair bill.
Yeah, but like I think people really do, forget how fast that can just rack up.
Dude, it snowballs. Well,
Oh yeah.
okay, so I get it back. I get it back. I drove it for a few days. Um, uh, where we, me and my wife come back from somewhere, and she gets out of the car. Um, I think she's gonna go open the garage for me, is what it was.
Hmm.
And she's like, "Hey, the car's making a weird noise. It's making it's making an ugly noise." And I open the door, and it's like making a gross fucking like a screech kind of noise from the front. I'm like, son of a bitch. I pull the car in the garage, I pop the hood, I take a listen. I'm like, okay. I rev it, and it increases with the revs. I'm like, okay, I think it's my idler pulley.
Ooh, idler
So
pulley.
the next day I fucking, and this is because I'm planning to take the Celsior to San Antonio the coming Friday, and this was on a Monday, I think.
Hmm.
No, we're planning to go Saturday, and this is on a
So
Monday.
you had like 5 days, 4 days.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, okay, the next day I fucking take the belt off and take off. I take off the idler pulley and I take off the tensioner pulley, and they're both fucked. Like you shake them, and it's like a fucking maraca, with all the bearings.
Yeah,
Fucking
they usually are what's fucked. And when they're fucked, they're usually really fucked.
yeah. So they were both fucked. And what sucks dick about that is that when I was on Rock Auto buying all the shit for the timing kit, I had put the belt tensioner, I had put the tensioner pulley and the idler pulley in my cart, and then I was like, nah, fuck
Nah.
that. Took them out of the cart. Fuck, man.
That always happens, right? It's always
Fuck.
that. It's always that. It's like how much were they? Like you probably didn't even save that much money.
The one of them was kind of expensive because I was gonna order, but then I was like, no, I want to drive this car on this trip. I'll get them at AutoZone, and I think I paid like 70 or $80 for both of them.
That's
And
not too bad though.
yeah,
But having to
so
get
I
to
changed
yeah.
them. I changed them, and turned on the car, and it sounded great, all good. Okay, cool, fucking awesome. We're gonna take this bitch to San Antonio. So Saturday we get up early as fuck. I think we leave like at 4:30 in the morning, and we start driving to San Antonio. Everything's all good, riding smooth. Oh, and I bought a new set of tires for it also before we left because I looked at the tread was good on the
The
tires.
date
They looked
code or
good.
whatever.
Yeah, the date code is like from fucking 2006. I'm like,
Probably
holy
yeah. Probably
shit.
time to get something new at that point.
Yeah, go on a long trip, fuck around and get a fucking blowout. So I bought new tires, I think fucking Thursday or something like that. Uh so then we're driving, it's all good. My wife has to pee, so we've been driving for about I think 2.5 hours. My wife's like, oh, I have to pee. So we go to the gas station, pull in, and I get out of the car and I smell a fucking ugly burning smell. I'm like, oh god,
Oh
no.
boy.
And then my wife's like, oh look, and you could see fucking smoke coming, like misty, wispy smoke emanating from the center of the car underneath. I'm like, son of a
What
fuck.
was
So
it?
I get under there and I look, and it's leaking transmission fluid.
Ah,
I'm like, you
hitting the exhaust.
motherfucker, dude. And it's not a it's not pouring out, but
Appreciable.
it it's yeah,
It's not nothing.
it's like barely getting to where you want to be concerned about it. You know what I mean? It's like drip, 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 and it's enough to get on the exhaust pipes, and it's causing to smoke and shit. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, we're 2.5 hours away. It's like a fucking 7 or 8 hour trip.
You buy some
I'm like,
gas
no.
station tranny fluid. A gas
I
station
was like,
funnel.
yeah, we're fucking. It's not leaking that much. I'm like, fuck this. We're gonna turn around and I'm taking this bitch back. So we drive back to El Paso. I take it straight to the mechanic, and I'm like, yeah, dude, fucking, we're leaking transmission fluid now. So he looked at it, and initially we thought it was coming from the transmission cooler lines,
Mm-hmm.
but it was leaking. It was, I guess, it got a bad seal somehow or something on the neutral safety switch.
Ah.
Removed it, cleaned it, fucking resealed it, and stuck it back on, and it's fine now.
But now you got to have that panic about it.
Yeah,
That paranoia, that's there
yeah.
forever
I'm
now.
gonna have to be checking it every now and then.
Yeah.
But I figure,
I was gonna say throw some stop leak in it.
no.
I don't think you could do that shit to like transmissions at all. I don't think
And
you
then
could do that shit to anything, honestly, but
when I picked it up, Lutz is like, "Oh, you need a coolant overflow tank." I was like, "Fuck."
dude, your mechanic, you're putting your mechanics kids through college or something.
Yeah, I'm giving him a lot of money.
Hey, but like
And
then you got a good mechanic. You got your wizard, you know?
yeah, he's the shit. I love him.
No,
Um,
and it's worth it to have that comfort of just knowing like, all right, he's a cool dude. He's not gonna fuck my shit. He'll fix it.
yeah.
You know, whatever you pay. That's basically a coolant catch can. Haggard reference. Hell yeah,
Yeah, I need a coolant catch can because mine's leaking.
dude. Fucking
And then today, I noticed a fucking in the RAM, I noticed it was ticking when I started it up, and
it's
I'm
a
like,
Dodge
oh,
product. What do you expect?
it's apparently it's a common problem where it ticks and then goes away once it's warmed up, and
Yeah, it has
and
a case of Dodgeitis.
it's the exhaust manifold studs break.
Oh, so the
Like
ticking is like the metal
the
expanding and whatever.
it's an exhaust leak basically at the head.
Oh, that's great.
So and this morning when I was going to work, I was like, oh, the truck's cool. Let me crawl under there, and it's like if the heat shield is loose, then the bolt has the stud has broken because the heat shield is bolted to the stud. So
Hmm.
if you can wiggle the heat shield, it's broken. And I went under there, and sure enough, my fucking heat shield wiggled. And I was like, oh my god,
Dude,
it
that's
fucking never
how many
stops.
things are you getting?
And so I ordered all the. I'm gonna
Full
do both
stud
sides.
kit. Yeah, you should.
I ordered all the exhaust
So what is
studs
that?
and
Is that like a bad design or just
yeah,
yeah?
From everything I'm reading, it's the difference. The two metals are expanding at different rates, and it pulls on it, and pulls on it, and pulls on it until it snaps the manifold stud because it's a
Oh,
cast iron manifold and an aluminum head.
that's crazy. That sucks,
So,
man. That
but
sounds
I'm
like a
gonna
pain in the
try.
balls.
I know I'll get raked if I take that shit to Lutz. I'm gonna try to do that myself, and I
Dude,
think I can do
he's
it.
gonna bend you over if you take it to
Yeah,
him.
it's like,
I mean,
and
like
I'm
you
like, dude, I've given you enough money this month. I've given you like 3,000 fucking dollars this
I
month.
think if you show up again, he's just gonna show you plans for an expansion on his house, you know, and that's how much it's gonna cost.
So yeah, I watched some videos, and like apparently people will hold a nut there and then weld the stud to the nut, and then unscrew it like that, and that looks like it works. So I'm gonna try that, and
Well,
if not,
you can
I ordered
double
extractors
you can
also.
double. Wait, you can't. Oh, it's because it breaks though, right?
Yeah, it
So is it
snaps.
snapped, like fully snapped, like it's done for?
Yeah, it's two pieces right now.
Okay, hmm.
If I'm lucky, it's snapped flush with the exhaust manifold, and I can just grab pliers and
Yeah.
take it off.
Well,
But
you know, you
that
can
doesn't usually seem to be the case.
you'd also be surprised what you can do with like a hammer and whatever the fuck it's called. Not a pick. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Somebody knows what it's called.
A hammer?
No, like a hammer and like a little like die, like a little. I forget. I don't know what it's fucking called. What's it called? Someone here who's smarter than I
A
am.
punch?
Yeah, probably a punch, something like that. And
No.
but if you get it right, you can like punch it to where you're like turning it
Yeah, I see
counterclockwise,
what
so
you're
it's
saying.
coming out. Hammer and punch. Yeah, you were right. But
No, if the welding thing doesn't work, I'm gonna fucking drill it and then use the extractor, and then if I fuck it up, I'm just gonna tow it to Lutz.
dude,
So that's my primary, secondary, and tertiary plans.
I fucking hate drilling studs and shit because I mean
Yeah.
it's hardened steel. That's what the stud is made out of. So it's just such a fucking
hard,
pain in the
yeah.
ass. Yeah, just fucking drill the bitch.
No, I figure
You can
you
probably
just
you can probably
be
get
patient,
it out.
be patient, take my time, and
You
really
get it,
best
man.
case scenario it just comes out with a welded nut to it.
Yeah, a welded nut, maybe a couple C weights, and you'll get
And
her.
and
You'll
Big
get her
Cheese
good.
says use a torch also, and that's the thing about welding it is it's gonna heat shock the bolt
Yeah.
welding it, so it's gonna work like torching it also.
Try locking two nuts on the studs. Well, it's broken.
Yeah, it's I'm thinking it's gonna be broken flush.
If it's
If it's
broken like
if
halfway, you might be able to.
yeah, if it's broken flush with a manifold, I can put vice grips on it. And take
Yeah,
that bitch off.
yeah. Bernie's right. You know, you should probably do like a 9-week series on this and put it on the Fresh Oil channel.
And
you
I
can
still need to
include
do work on the fucking Sylvia, man.
but you can include like when you fail and you trailer it to your mechanic. Like that's a full video. You know, getting it, that's
I'll
another
be
video.
sad as fuck. Oh.
I mean, just get prepared for being sad.
Yeah. No, I mean I'm gonna do it. I know I can do it. It'll save me a fuck ton of money. I've just having Lutz like makes me lazy. You know, it's like, oh, that dude can.
Well,
do
you're also on the road a lot, you know, and when
yeah.
you are
yeah,
home,
and
you'd rather
that's
spend it
the
with
other
your
thing that
family.
makes me want to just send it off is because it's like when I'm home, I don't want to be under the fucking car all
Yeah,
day.
you want to be with your family and shit. You know that's bullshit. Yeah. How's the Jetta? I haven't touched it in a bit. I'm doing some shit tomorrow after work, hopefully.
But yeah, that's real life. What happens with cars and when you have old cars? You know, people on Instagram and car guy Instagrammers are like fucking girl influencers. You know, where they pretend everything's all fucking hunky dory all the time, and having an old car is so cool, and it all like you get your dicks up 24/7, and
Like
and
to
it's
have
fucking sunshine and rainbows, but it's not, motherfucker. It sucks.
Yeah, you know, once you have something, you know, mechanical like that that's 20 plus years old, you know, not only do you have to realize that, well, the engineering in it is 20 plus years old, so it probably isn't even going to last as long as modern shit. And everything's aged that long, so
Yeah.
shit just goes wrong. I blew my engine in
And
my
that's
classic car
because-
one day after I bought it. Yeah, good shit, Bernie. That's how I used to do it.
That's because two of my cars are pretty much like renowned to be the most reliable cars ever made. The Celsior and the Land Cruiser.
Yeah, I mean that's I was going to say something about like getting a reliable classic car or something like that, but I mean you kind of have two that should be reliable. Really, if you want something reliable, just get like a shitty like station wagon that some grandma never drove, and it'll probably be awesome.
I mean, I think I'm hoping the fucking Celsior is going to be sorted after this. It should be like there's
So when are you bagging it?
fuck. It has bags, factory bags, but I'm not going to drop it.
When are you what?
No, man, that's fucking stupid.
Unbelievable.
Edward says, "Did I miss you guys talking about the Patreon?" we're not having the Patreon, man. That was a joke.
Yeah. I was actually my big joke. I should have told you beforehand. We should have planned this out. I was just gonna ignore anyone that questioned the Patreon.
Ah,
I was just never going to even
never, yeah.
mention it.
Don't
It was
acknowledge
never
it.
going to be talked about. And then in 2 weeks, there would just be another podcast with like no questions asked. Like that was what I was
And
thinking.
people are like,
but
oh look, they fucking did it for
they
free,
forgot.
idiots.
They didn't
They
mark it
forgot to
private.
private
And
it.
it would be really funny if we like actually just made a Patreon and people just kept like people actually fucking joined it like idiots. And we like literally fucking nothing. I mean, isn't Damien's Patreon like literally you get nothing for being a patron?
Yeah, you
Like
get.
it's like
Let me.
it's like
I'm gonna look at
respect
it
my
right now.
dude is like one of them or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, it's like Arizona Green Tea Fund.
Yeah,
Let me see.
Patreon isn't for idiots, it's for true fans. That's true.
He
We're
has.
all right. I will say, guys, we actually are working on like trying to make a shirt or something. So
Yeah,
stay
we've got some.
tuned
We've
for
got
that.
some.
We got
Yeah,
we
like
got the
maybe like
wheels.
two,
The wheels
two
are
or
rolling.
three.
The wheels are spinning. The junk is blocked. The haters are out of here. The wheels are rolling. See waits when? I don't know. I haven't actually really thought of that.
I'll look into sea weights. I think I can find a laser.
I mean,
engraver
like
here.
my thing is like I'm thinking about obviously they need to be quality, and which means they have to be the heaviest. So I need to do a little research on some materials here, but I think we can solve it. When are you guys
Okay,
gonna
so
start the
Damien
Damien
has
roast? I don't really.
21.
There's nothing really to talk about Damien.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything,
Tell
but
me
he has
what.
21 patrons pulling in $124 a month. It used to be.
It used to
I
be
want to say it
more.
was like close to 350. It
Yeah,
used
it
to be
used to
around
be way
350.
more. Seaweight shirt, we could.
And the last thing he's done to
I do
I
have
guess
an idea
interact
for
with
a
the
Seaweight shirt.
patrons is she's ready, boys, and it's a picture, but you can't see it unless you're a patron. But I'm assuming it was a picture of the prelude. She's ready, boys. This was June 26th. It is now October 17th,
And nothing's
and
been
the
ready.
prelude still doesn't run.
Nothing's been ready.
And also, Damien is the only motherfucker in the history of fucking building cars to fucking be on his third engine, and he's only revved the car.
And it only revs to like 5,200 RPM or something, or less
This
than
dude
that.
has not driven his car, and he's on his third fucking engine.
5,100 RPM, something like that.
Yeah.
Like it was ridiculous. Yeah. I don't want to talk. There's nothing
I
to
use
say.
old flywheels as my sea weight.
Damien made these
Jesus.
guys. An old flywheel. Oh, I'm in top chat. God fucking damn it.
Oh fuck, I'm in top chat too.
See, somebody needed to make that fucking meme, the Galaxy Brain meme for me, and nobody did, so that's why I forgot. It wasn't 5,100, it was 5,200. Oh, okay. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
you got fucking served.
I had the fucking number wrong, my bad. No, I'm not partnering with CHB2 because he actually scares me to my very core.
Did you talk to him?
No, I don't want to. He terrifies me.
He's cool as fuck.
If I'm just
He's
gonna not.
he's fucking
Creepy.
so chill.
I'm just gonna not and say I didn't, and it'll be easy. It'll be real simple to do that. But I had some maybe non Haggard shit, cause there's other shit in the car world. I kind of wanted to talk about the budding Porsche Tesla rivalry that we have kind of going on here. You guys heard about this?
Tesla's trying to make a new school Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah. So everyone knows the Taycan. I think it's supposed to be.
How do you say it?
I believe
Taycan?
it's supposed to be Taycan because that would be how a German person would say that. Tay would be like Thai.
Taycan.
Taycan, yeah. So you can say Taycan, whatever you want. I think it's Taycan, but they That's out now. There's been all the tests. You know, they did some Nürburgring laps. They beat the Tesla Model S. Blah blah blah. There actually was a really cool. I forget what magazine did it or whatever, but they did it was some German magazine or show or whatever, and they did a drag race and then they did a moose test. And the Taycan just demolished the Model S in both
What's
of
a
them.
moose test?
So the moose test is like where you're going at a speed and then you have to swerve left and then right like really fast to like swerve
okay.
around it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's basically like how fast you can pass the test. It's, you know,
Like an
shows
emergency lane change test.
pretty much, yeah, something like that. And the Taycan, I don't think it's surprisingly beat the Tesla in both of those. I mean that it has a 2-speed transmission. The Tesla doesn't even have one. And I read somewhere, I don't know if this is true, but I read somewhere that the Taycan will do like 0 to, I think it's 150 or 160 or something like that. It does it like 10 seconds faster because of the gearbox than the Tesla Model S. But then there's what, you know, Tesla themselves, Elon Musk, is they're taking what I guess he's calling it the Plaid prototype. And it's a wide body Tesla Model S, wider, stickier rubber. I think it has better cooling, better motors, whatever. And they've been testing and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just feel like whatever Tesla does, Porsche will just smash it. And then, you know, Tesla will release the Roadster or whatever, and that'll be their, you know, cool thing. But I just think the Model S at this point in time is kind of like an old platform. Like it's 8 years old or so now, right?
Yeah. It's like GTR status.
I mean, I wouldn't expect them to win. And that's not even saying that they're bad in that regard, in the performance regard, because the Taycan costs more. You know, it costs a considerable amount more, but damn, it's a good-looking car. They know how to make a fucking car,
Bernie
man.
says Tesla's not cool anymore, and
I think
I
Tesla's
agree.
as cool as they've ever been because the Model 3 is now like pretty available.
But see, the thing about the Model 3, it's like
The Model 3, that's true,
Tesla
is
did
they
an
never
amazing
had the...
job.
Go ahead.
Tesla did an amazing job making something like, oh look, this is for rich people only, and it's cool. And
Well,
then they make a fucking super normie version, and normies gobble it up because they're like, oh, if I get this, then I'm rich and I'm cool. They have like the dick sucking shit model of it.
So I think it's kind of like how, you know, you'll have people buying, you know, all Gucci, Supreme, whatever, super high-end expensive shit. And that'll probably be like the Model S. But then like the iPhone, that's the Model 3. Like that's the bougie thing anyone can afford if you just don't care about monthly payments and whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Roadster versus Taycan is going to be
But
the real
people,
test.
the thing
The
is,
Roadster's
people
going to be
think-
such a different car, though. You can't compare the two. The Roadster's going to be a 2-seater Roadster, and the Taycan's a 4-door, you know, sedan. I don't think
I
they
don't know.
should be compared.
That's even if fucking Tesla survives, man. They're like bleeding money.
You know, I honestly don't know. I've thought of that for a while, and you know, how it's looking now, almost the entire industry is releasing something in 2020 or 2021. They're releasing their, like, you know, first legitimate attempts at an electric car as an only car, you know, kind of like how the Model S is. You know, it's not a niche thing.
Not an
like,
electric version.
Yeah, it's not, you know, like an e-Golf, which gets 120 miles range and costs fucking $40,000 for some fucking reason, you know? Like a legitimate good EV. And pretty much everyone's coming out with them by like 2020. Toyota's going entirely hybrid, I believe, actually. So, you know, that's gonna be hard for people to give up, I think. I think as long as like reliable hybrids like that exist, people will still buy those too.
Yeah.
Mercedes dropping
it's
an
a
electric
sad, it's
supercar,
like a
probably.
scary time we live in.
I mean, I don't think, I wouldn't say scary because I think a decent amount of time, there's still always going to be people who need that ability to go further than that, at a moment's notice. There are people who legitimately live 150 miles from the nearest city in the United States,
Damn, you could probably with an ICE car start a chauffeur service. Oh, I'll take you LA to fucking
Well, I
Oregon.
think I think trucks and SUVs will probably stay at least hybrid for a long time. I think there's going to be uh, something inherently positive to people if they can have, say an SUV that has, oh, because we have all this, new technology and hybrid bullshit, whatever. It has 700 miles range, like something crazy like that. And I think that's always going to be useful and have a need, but I
I
don't
also
know.
think
We'll
about though
we'll see how it goes.
if it blows up so much, like who's gonna be the one to be like, motherfucker, we're like really stripping the fucking earth for these goddamn precious
Yeah,
metals
I
we
mean
need.
that's the biggest thing that I think is the limiting factor right now is I don't think there are enough raw materials to give for everybody to have an electric
Yeah,
car right now. I think I think there are chemistry advances that need to be made in battery chemistry. I don't know that shit. I'm not a chemist. I'm not a chemical engineer or whatever. Ask Jimmy Oakes, I guess. Um, but
Tim
yeah,
Oaks isn't a chemical engineer either.
oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. He isn't really. But yeah, it definitely is going to get to a point. I mean, if you have an electric car that has a 300-mile range, you know, how realistically how often is that not enough range?
Well, yeah, like when you go to town, that's really it.
But like even so, like, oh, say you go on you go up to where a road trip to go camping every summer with your family or something like that, and it's 8, 9, 10 hours away. um you're still going to need to be able to go further than that, but I would think in that case you would just rent something if it's like once a year or minimal times a year. It's almost like the people buying a pickup truck because they haul mulch once a year.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's literally the only time the bed is used, and they reason it for them, or they go camping twice a year, and they that's how they justify it. And I do think as people will justify a gas engine for a very long time. I really do. People are going to be stuck in their ways, and then you have to also recognize that I think the average age of a registered car in the country is 11 years old right now, which is like the oldest it's ever been. So we have a backlog of 11 years of regular ICE cars to overcome anyway when everything becomes 100% electric. So
And Bernie brings up a great point. He says we're all going to be dead in 12
yeah,
years.
that's a fantastic point, Bernie. I agree with you. Um, I don't know. Was I nerding out there? Like that's like how I just see it. I don't know. I'm excited though. I think some of these new ones coming out are gonna be really cool. Like that Honda E whatever. Like I think that has a chance to be pretty fucking cool. Um, Volkswagens, their ID3 is supposed to be like a rear wheel drive thing. Like, we're getting all these weird drive configurations from manufacturers and stuff like that. I just think it's going to be a really interesting period, this transition, especially as
Yeah,
especially
I
as stuff
agree.
goes hybrid. I mean, there's rumors of a mild hybrid C8 Corvette with all-wheel drive up front. There are people who are saying, oh, there's totally room to put electric motors up there. It like almost looks like they're intending to do that too.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure for a higher spec one,
Yeah,
they'll do
and if
it.
they fucking have that, like that's fucking sick. Like that becoming the everything car. Like we still don't have affordable everyman hybrid sports cars yet. And I think the fact that we don't even have that yet is kind of telling me maybe electric isn't here yet, but who knows?
I, I think it is, like you said, it's kind of an interesting time also. And I think a lot of the styling of the cars themselves, it's gonna be like the 50s happening all over again. When the 50s we had like a huge jump in technology,
Yeah,
and
it's
they
going to
tried
be
to
some radical design for a few years.
yeah. And like oh look how advanced this car is. It has fins. It's like an aeroplane. It uses aeroplane
So
technology.
I have a tinfoil hat theory if people would like to hear it. It pertains to car design and the switch to electric and electric car design. I don't think it's a coincidence that in the last several years manufacturers have been switching to fake exhaust pipes or fake exhaust tips and shit like that, where the exhaust just dumps behind the bumper, like anyway, like it literally doesn't even go through the holes in a lot of the situations.
Like the ISF is probably the best
Yeah,
example.
whatever. You know, like they're literally preparing people for that different look of cars without tailpipes, because that's going to be one of those design changes. Is the rear of the car has to change. There aren't tailpipes. People expect there to be them, so I kind of think it's somewhat related.
And some of the styling cues are like, oh, if it's an electric car or if it's a hybrid or something, you have to make it have a blue glow. Like
Yeah,
they'll
or
put
green or something.
blue LEDs behind the fucking badge or like behind the grill or something like that. Like it's like, oh wow, look, it's like glowing with electric energy.
And I think it's kind of, I don't know. I guess it's kind of weird to me, but I understand why. But like now we're also getting all these kind of gimmicks. I guess I'll call them. I know they're not all gimmicks. Like how Tesla, they have like, I think they're prototyping it or beta testing it or whatever the fuck it is, where like you summon the car and it literally will drive up to you and then you just like get into it. Like,
Yeah,
and it
until
all,
it kills the baby.
yeah, it all sounds really gimmicky to me, but at the same time, you know, stuff like that, like moving your car with like an app on a phone or some shit like that, or it parking itself or whatever, like that's
Could
actually,
you imagine a concert full of people summoning their cars?
oh my God, it would be awful, right?
Jesus.
But
It may make it fucking worse.
but it
Oh,
kind of makes sense to me. Like that's something that's actually a lot more difficult to do if you just have like a regular gas engine and everything. Like electric motors, that's easy shit to control and get the speed control really, really accurately and well. And that's why they can fucking launch so crazy, is because they have this crazy control over how much power output and speed and everything. So I guess that's why you start seeing more of these gimmicks, because you have a platform to sort of use them in a way that you couldn't have before. But
a lot of the shit to me though, it's like
at this
it's
point, it's been going on for years though that people want technology in their cars. You know, now Android Auto, like Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, like if your car doesn't have that and it's a new car, like it's not, it's like bullshit. You know, Toyota's
no,
been
but
getting
see, the
shat
thing,
on for years for that.
I think that shit is all stupid. I guess if they need to make
I mean, almost
they need
everything,
to
almost
they need to
everything
stick.
has heated seats now. Like everything has, you know, Bluetooth, probably GPS. I don't know. I don't have Android Auto in my car. I've never actually used that stuff.
Nav is fucking retarded to have on a car.
Yeah, it kind of
Like
is
it's
nowadays.
just a stupid fucking
It kind of
it's
is.
just a stupid fucking thing to be like, oh look, I have the screen, I have nav.
Yeah,
Bitch, you never use that shit. You use your phone.
I use
Your
it in
phone's
my
a lot.
car.
It's quicker. Your
It
phone is
is.
quicker. It does the directions better. Oh,
So
excuse me.
so I use the one. I just use the one in my car just because it. I don't know. I just think it's neater and the way that it dictates to me, I just like better. But it's definitely at the point now where it's kind of getting too old to be useful in any way. Like the other day, I went to an open house for my cousin, and it literally told me to take a turn onto a bridge that doesn't exist anymore. like a bridge over a river, and there's nothing there anymore. Like
That's
that's
your car trying to tell you something. Twig.
it's
It's like just
it's
drive
done.
off the cliff.
Just
Twig.
drive off the cliff. More distractions, more accidents. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of tech going into cars now. A shitload.
But what pisses me off about tech is that it's not tech. Like a lot of the shit is just stupid shit.
Yeah, it's like why does it?
And I keep going back to the 50s because it was the same thing where it's like, oh look at this fucking 1962 Oldsmobile Starfire with push button transmission.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
it was a feature to be a feature.
Yeah. It's like, okay, you push it and it's the exact fucking same thing as shifting.
Dude,
But
fucking some of the cars back then had fucking record players in them, like under the dash, because the dash was fucking 3 feet wide, like.
And the old Kenworths had carginas for the truckers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They have everything. They think of everything. Can't even get a car with manual windows and a carburetor anymore. No, I guess you can't.
My Ram is fucking crank window.
No, you can definitely get trucks with crank windows. You can just get the fleet garbage ones.
Yeah, it's an Express and it has no options, only towing package and the Hemi.
I think
that's pretty cool.
I do think with this push for tech, I really do think there's going to be a reversal or a correction of the amount of tech and shit that's in cars.
Yeah.
At least
until that's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah.
You put it, because it's like they did all this stupid shit in the 50s and then they throttled back, and then they kind of did it again in the 80s with digital speedometers and digital gauges and all that shit, like the crazy 80s fucking gauge clusters.
I mean, even modern cars, like with digital speedometers, like they still have that like lag and whatever that people just don't enjoy. Like having a sweeping gauge is just, it's something about it is just, I like it a lot better. It just works. Yeah, I think it just looks better. It's so much easier to actually tell what you're looking at, to me at least.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Shit changes. Technology changes. It's too much useless technology, if you ask me. Jesus, I sound like a boomer. I mean, I'm trying to think about like what stuff in cars nowadays that like I think is just useless.
I'll tell you what the gayest shit is: controlling your goddamn air conditioner through a fucking touchscreen.
Yeah, I don't like. But like,
wants to do that?
I think the prevalence of touchscreens, I think it's they sell it as technology and they sell it as being modern and hip and whatever, but in reality it's just cheaper to put everything on one screen. I don't think it's them trying to peddle it as technology. Well, I think it's them hiding it as that.
It is.
I think it's actually just because it's cheaper.
Because to normies, you can fucking do anything.
Oh, it's a touchscreen, so that's futuristic and cool. It's like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that it's cheaper.
Well, look how advanced it is.
Yeah, newer means better, right?
They just made a fucking app. Like, it tells a solenoid to do this. Like,
yeah, newer means better,
wow,
right?
It's so fucking advanced.
I think the car being able to apply the brakes on its own is pretty sketchy. Yeah, I mean,
I don't like that. I mean, I do and I don't.
So I think it does get to a point of sketchiness, because to me, like when we get to fully autonomous cars, I really don't know if that's going to be really possible unless all the cars are talking to each other, like they're on a network of their own.
They have to know what's going on with the other motherfuckers.
And if that's a thing, then, there's ways into that, to hack into that, or, take control of someone's car or some shit like that. So I think there always will be that inherent, scare for people. And
once the government starts fucking being able to apply the brakes on your car, they're coming for your fucking guns.
I mean, it's an interesting conversation though, because you have to imagine that, say 40 years in the future from now, it's almost certain that there's autonomous cars for everyone, widely available. I would think 40 years, that sounds reasonable to me, right?
Yeah, I think it sounds reasonable.
And in 40 years, like, well, how many jobs are going to even exist in 40 years? Like you start talking about, like cars as a public service are things people are talking about, or subscription services for them and shit like that. Like, it really could go anywhere. It's an interesting thing to watch. But who fucking knows? It'll probably do nothing interesting at all.
Yeah.
No, in the real world, the government could probably never run a service industry of autonomous vehicles to just take people everywhere. Like, that's just.
And the only people that die in car accidents are going to be people that had dirt on Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, only Hillary. When auto braking systems fail and the brakes are stuck on. Do they stick on? I mean, yeah, I guess it probably would. I don't know. I mean, I think people said this a lot about when cars started getting electronic, with fuel injection and everything. And people said that about, fucking carburetors being easier and better. And, now no one has any issues with fuel injection. Now we're at direct injection. Now we're at
now it's like, damn, why didn't
now we have dual injection, where you have direct and indirect injection. Now we have fucking, Mazda with their HCCI engines, where they're literally dieseling gasoline. Like, there's all this crazy fucking shit that we have now, but people fucking figure it out. It's crazy what people figure out, honestly. It really is. I mean, people said the same shit about electric cars, and people are fucking modifying Teslas and doing crazy shit to them already. It's just a matter of time for people to figure it out.
I just think Tesla's like the fucking Rick and Morty of fucking cars. And they need to fucking shed that.
I don't know. I think they need to kind of figure out what they're going to be. I think they really honestly could find a way to stick around and just kind of be like the fake kind of techie sporty car, but it'll never be as luxurious or as nice as a Porsche, and they understand that. But they kind of go more for that, I'm going to say, like, Mopar route of the electric car world.
Yeah.
Like, there's a niche for them that they could live in. I think that whatever they're doing now, though, I think others will inevitably take over, but, who knows? Because people have been saying that about Tesla for 8 years now already. And they still haven't been taken over. They've still been, selling more. So climate change is fake, made up bull. 12 years ago, it was global warming. I'm not even going to, tell you why you're wrong. But, all right. Yeah, so, I don't know. It's a crazy time. I'm interested in it, though. I'm interested to see where it all goes. Like, I'm not afraid of electric cars. I kind of want one. I think they're pretty cool in their own, weird way. Like the one I want from Volkswagen, the ID3, which we're not getting, at least at first. It's like the base model one is supposed to do 0 to 60 faster than my GTI. And that's just it just being whatever it is. Or if it's not faster, it's like just the same. And it's not a sports car or a sporty car. I wouldn't call the GTI a sports car. It's not a sporty car. It's just the car. And that's just what you get out of, electric power. It has more horsepower, more torque. It accelerates faster. Like, that's fucking cool that you can do that. But electric cars are fun and fast, but it's a toy to me. I've never really driven one. I don't know. Who here has driven an electric car?
I've driven a golf cart.
I mean, everyone's driven a golf cart. I'm trying to think. I don't even know if I've driven a hybrid before.
Yeah, I don't know if I've driven a hybrid.
Like, I don't think I've ever driven something that was 100% electric power at any point in time. And bumper car when I was like 6. That's a good one. Bumper cars are fucking fun. I don't know. I'm interested in it. I think it'll be cool. I'm still really hoping that the Mark 8 Golf R is a hybrid, because that will be my fucking jam.
Yeah, Hachi, tech's gay. It's stupid anyway. Don't worry about it. Belvederes are cool.
I like old cars. I mean, that's another big thing is I think people are always going to want to have old cars and drive old cars and do shit with old cars. Like I don't know, like can you outlaw driving on streets in 50 years? Cuz someone's still going to want to drive Route 66, and even with autonomous cars there probably would be no reason to take Route 66 other than to see it.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Al Gore made the internet.
I guess we can jump to a different topic.
Yeah, because
That was a
electric
good one.
cars are like they're gay. They're cool, but they're gay too.
Well,
It's the
I think
people. The
give it.
people are gay, is what it is.
I think right now, I think we got to give it. We got to wait until we're literally getting, the major manufacturers are selling them. Like once Honda is selling one, once GM has a better one. I mean, I guess no one wants the Volt or Bolt, whatever the fuck it is.
There's Volt and Bolt.
Um,
Actually, I don't know if they stopped selling the Volt.
Audi's gonna have one, BMW's gonna have one, Mercedes gonna have one. Like everyone's gonna have one in a year or so, and I think that's might be, make it or break it. Talk about the new Corvette. Okay,
We've talked about it before.
we
It's
can
gonna be a
talk about
fucking
the
giant.
We can talk about the C8R,
Uh,
the race car. So it had the cool thing about it is I believe it has a flat plane crank,
oh yeah.
dual overhead cam V8. It fucking like revs crazy fast, and it sounds insane. So that's almost definitely going to be like the Z06 engine or something similar like that. So now there's going to be a fucking dual overhead cam Corvette. It's not just going to be push rods and shit. I drove a hybrid for work. That feeling doesn't go away. Always feels kind of janky and toyish. I don't know. I haven't driven them yet, so I won't say.
Dual overhead cam Corvette would be sick. I mean, it won't be the first. Uh, but I mean, it's just ridiculous how fucking far a pushrod V8 has gone. I mean, small block
Honestly,
Chevy was made like what in the fucking
50s.
50s?
Yeah. Honestly, that's why even before the C8 was announced or before people actually knew there was going to be a mid-engine C8, I legitimately was like, wow, that makes so much sense for Chevy to actually just do it, because they have a simple engine. They can do all of that shit at a Corvette price point. They totally can, and they fucking did it. And you got that pushrod engine that makes this much power. They fucking Corvettes get like 30 miles per gallon because of their gearing and everything,
Jesus.
and cylinder deactivation and shit like that. Like they've advanced it so much to this point, this ancient technology. And I just think that's awesome. That's how you get a $60,000 mid-engine supercar, basically.
Yeah.
I think the looks are the biggest thing for me, and I agree with everyone. The looks definitely are a step away from classic Corvette.
Doesn't matter what it looks like. It could look like a fucking Prius.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't the C7 looks exactly like an 812, right? It's an 812, I think. I think
I
I'm
don't
getting the
know.
right one, the Ferrari correctly. The rear end, I think, kind of looks a little Camaro-y, but
Yeah,
but
I don't like
also,
the Camaro tail lights.
yeah, like it looks Camaro-y. It looks like a Camaro and a McLaren kind of had sex in the rear, and I don't love that too much. Is it an
And
80?
it's
I
it's
don't
the
know.
it's the strangest thing because those tail lights are like the tail lights from
I'll be right back. Hold on.
from the first Camaros, like the first redesign of the Camaros. They had those big crazy tail lights, and then like on the facelift, they went to these really conservative, fucking normal looking tail lights, and then they put those taillights on the Corvette. So it's like, I was like, what the fuck is this? Those taillights are gay.
Yeah, I don't love them. I think they really were just trying to get a younger demographic to buy it, and I really think that they'll succeed because with this day and age of YouTube and shit like that, like there's a community of people who buy higher end sports cars and modify higher end sports cars and shit like that, and they're gonna want a car like that for sure. And
Yeah.
styling it and designing it and kind of making it for that demographic, or at least making it so that demographic will accept it more, I think that helps them. And they want to have that lower age. They don't want it to seem like a fucking, car that you never see going in any lane but the right lane on the highway. Like, I've seriously seen Corvettes driving like assholes on the highway twice in my entire life. 3 times, maybe. Like, when's the last time you saw a Corvette, like, just absolutely fucking flying down the highway? They're always in the right lane doing 55.
Yeah.
Always. And it's some 38-year-old guy, some 52-year-old guy. Like, that. Those are the people who drive it. And Chevy knows that, well, one day that demographic's going to die out, and then no one's going to buy a Corvette. You have to update. You have to, modernize. You have to change.
Yeah. I think what happened with, I think Corvette's goal of time was planting seeds in the fucking kids, and then like, oh yeah, when I grow up, I'm gonna buy a Corvette. But
there's that too, yeah.
The seeds they planted in the 80s and 90s weren't that good, so their crop, their crop didn't come out, so they had to basically take fucking. They had to make the car fucking cool again. Yeah.
I guess if what you're saying is true, then if like say the C3 and C4 Corvettes, or maybe even the C5 Corvette, were a little bit better, a little bit more well loved, well accepted. Maybe the C8 Corvette was still front engine, and it's the C9 Corvette that's mid engine. Maybe it pushed it back 10 years, or maybe it never even happened, because maybe it just goes electric at that point. You never even know.
Yeah, I don't know if the next generation of Corvette will even be fucking internal combustion. I feel like though I'd rather have them kill the name.
Well, I don't know though. I really don't know. How do you guys feel about the names and when they come out with electric cars and stuff like that? Like, say in 10 years, is Toyota's compact EV called it's just a Corolla, or is it like something else? Like, would you be bothered by that?
Who gives a fuck about the Corolla?
Well, whatever fucking brand you want. I mean, there are names.
Corvette, dude.
No, but there are names that people like expect and have, a certain expectation of. Corolla, and Camry,
sports
Accord.
Cars.
No, I mean, yeah.
You can make any car. You can make any commuter car electric and keep the name, and no one will give a fuck.
So you don't think you should do it at all for sports cars? The name's done.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree. I don't know. I get your point. I
Mustang,
don't disagree.
Yeah. Like,
I don't disagree with your point.
Super gay.
I do have to think, like, with muscle cars, that it almost would be really lame. Like, if there was ever an electric Challenger, like, that would be like ridiculous, right?
Yeah. Or electric. Well, I mean, Charger's got a pretty good name for an electric car.
Make the Charger one. That would be funny. Kill it off instead of tarnish it. But does it tarnish it though? Like, does it tarnish it? Updating it and changing it.
That Eclipse crossover, I saw one when I was from Virginia. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I took a picture of it. I didn't even know that thing existed.
Oh, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. It's worse than the Nissan Kick, whatever bullshit. It's terrible.
Like, what the fuck were they thinking naming it the Eclipse?
Well, the thing is though, is that companies have been bastardizing these names for centuries already. The Charger's like the most bastardized. It used to be a fucking sick.
Yeah, Charger's pretty bad.
It used to be a sick 2-door muscle car. Then it became like a 2-door like luxury kind of car. Then it became a front-wheel drive compact econo box, and now it's a fucking sedan. Like, it's been everything. So like the names are kind of irrelevant. Kind of looks like the Pontiac Aztec. It does look a lot like the Pontiac Aztec. the Eclipse. What's it called? An Eclipse Cross?
Cross something.
It's terrible, man. No, some names should die, but at the same time, Mitsubishi's not doing so hot, so I don't really blame them for trying.
Well, what's their thought process in that?
Their thought process is nobody's buying their cars at all, but they need to have something that people will buy, which is a crossover, but they can't risk people not recognizing what it is. I think that was legitimately it. They just couldn't risk it.
Anyway.
I understand.
They just, what? What?
They're imagining a 65-year-old, a 50-year-old, whatever, like just somebody who doesn't give a shit about cars, who they just go like, oh, I had an Eclipse, it's probably fine, and they buy it. Like that's what they're thinking of. I don't know. I don't think it's smart, but I think that's what they're thinking of. No, I don't. I think it's dumb. I agree. I think it's very stupid.
Fucking Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi's been something for a while now, haven't they?
Yeah.
Eh.
But I mean, yeah. What are you gonna do? You're a really weird car company.
Dude, I mean, they were even in the EV game and nobody even knew it. The IMIEV or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that what it was called? Is that even the name? Did I get it right? I think it's I-MIEV. Did I get it right?
And it's like super tiny, right?
Oh, I fucking got it right. Yeah, it's weird as hell. I got it right. Here. Booyah.
Let me see.
It's bad, man. It had 63 horsepower. The US.
Oh man.
The US model was rated to do 62 miles range.
God, it's fucking terrible.
It only weighs 2,400 pounds. It's not bad.
It's ugly as fuck.
Oh, it's terrible. I mean, look at the numbers. Like, they barely made anything. Global sales totaled over 50,000.
Jesus.
Oh my God! Apparently, they made a mini cab version in Japan.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Including a prototype pickup truck.
Is there a picture of it?
Yeah. Hold on. How do I like show this to the people? It's too big. Give me a second. I'll save it and just put it on the fucking thing. This'll work. No, we're high quality podcast. There it is. There's that little fucker. That's cool. I mean, I like it just because it's
can't see it.
Oh, it's on the podcast.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, that just looks like a K truck.
It just looks like a little K truck, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But like, I understand that it's garbage, you know. But IMIEV, yeah, the name is just terrible.
Yeah, it's like it can take one load.
Terrible.
It can take one load to the fucking job site, and then you got to charge it.
It'll get you to the job site. Then you need to charge it to do the work for the day, and then you need to charge it to get home.
Or if you're driving it around the job site like shit, you just leave it plugged into the extension cord.
Yeah, because you just have a 100-foot extension cord. Just don't go any further. You have a 200.
Oh, fucking Swaggin is here.
Oh, is that what that's supposed to say?
Yeah.
I kind of stroked out reading that. Imagine getting hit while driving that thing. I mean, that's like any K car. I really fucking want a K car. I'm like, they're easy to get now, honestly. Like, I can buy one for like $5,000 in Connecticut tomorrow if I wanted to. Like, they're pretty easy to find. But
yeah,
I don't know
because they're like crazy cheap in Japan.
Well, I don't know what I want.
$100.
I don't know what I want though. You know, like the most plentiful ones are the trucks because people use them as like UTVs and off-roaders and whatever. You know, plow their driveway, shit like that. Like people like to use them for that stuff too.
I would get probably a Beat or the Subaru.
There was a Beat at Radwood. It was the first one I've seen in person. It was fucking sick. There also were 2 Toyota Serras. Never in my life had I seen one of those. that was crazy. One of them was a 5-speed. Apparently, that's like stupid rare.
Okay, I have to
What's the
pee.
top speed on those things? Like freeway, they usually can go like 65, and that's it. Like that's floored. At least the ones that are legal to import. And some are a little higher. It'll depend on, the tires and shit
I'll be right
they
back.
use. Yeah, go ahead. But I haven't decided, like, do I want a K truck? Do I want a K van? Do I want, something like a Beat or a sportier thing? I don't know. I haven't really decided. Like, really what I want is an AutoZam AZ1, but that's nowhere in my price range, and I'm not buying one of those. So, I mean, I want one because I can do my whole commute, like, on surface roads, and it would add, like, 4 minutes to my commute, and I just think it would be cool to just drive to work in a little K car or something. I really fucking want one. They're so cool. I love seeing them every time I'm at a show. Sarah, I think it was an S. I could be wrong, though. I'm probably wrong. I'm too stupid, man. We're coming up on about 20 minutes left, so you guys, while we're waiting for Netgear here, we should be thinking about, some topics, some last end of the podcast topics. I wouldn't mind having that van that Berkey had. Yeah, I've always said to myself that I want a K van. But now I'm wondering if it would just feel like I was going to die at all times because of it being super tippy or whatever. And I'm wondering if I'd even use it. You're back. I don't know. I just don't know what kind of K car I would want. I'm trying to think, like, I've always thought I wanted a van because I just have this idea of, like,
Vans are cool.
I just have this idea of, like, I can throw 5 people in this tiny little thing and fucking go whatever, drive around town. I could drive into Boston. I'm just going the same speed as everyone else because fuck it, there's traffic everywhere.
And then you can fit a lot of shit in there.
Yeah,
like you could fit a fucking.
But at the same
time, television.
But at the same time, I could get a K truck, and like I don't usually drive with anything more than one passenger. I usually drive by myself every time. So like it wouldn't. You don't so really it wouldn't. Friends, so it wouldn't. Yeah, I don't have friends. No one likes me. My girlfriend won't go in the car with me. So like it doesn't make. Having a truck isn't really like a limitation on that aspect. But they're also like almost all 4-wheel drive, and like you could put like chunky ATV tires on them and go off roading, and that sounds like really fucking fun to me. Like I kind of want to do that too. So, and then the other aspect is maybe go for a K sports car, like a Beat, like you said, or maybe not, a cappuccino. Those are a little more expensive.
I'm trying to remember what that's. Is this Subaru Sambar? Is that what?
Sambar is one of the vans.
Subaru.
I think the Sambar is a Carry, or is Carry Mitsubishi?
Carry-all?
Is it Carry-all? Is that what I'm getting confused with?
I think it's a Suzuki Carry-all. I'm pretty sure.
I think you might be right. I saw one of those little K vans roll over doing donuts once. It was freaking hilarious. Yeah, I don't know which one I want, and I don't think it's the right time. It would be sick, like if I bought a house and then I just had like a little K truck to do like all my homeowner errands and shit in, go into fucking Home Depot and shit.
Vivio, that's what it is. Subaru
Vivio?
Vivio RXR.
Isn't the Vivio the one that Colin McRae raced the Safari Rally in?
Yeah.
Like they literally tried to Safari Rally a fucking K car. It didn't finish.
It fucking did it.
No, I don't think it finished. It did a good amount, but like some shit broke hard. But I don't, that's totally beyond what they're designed for, so I'm not surprised.
So I don't know if the listeners watched it. I'm sure you guys did. But I collabed with Haggard Exposed, and we kind of like watched Damien's H2O video and like shit on it and made fun of it. And the fucking reaction from people, they are pissed. Like people
there were a lot of downvotes.
Super mad.
There were a lot of downvotes.
And it's like the craziest thing is that they're mad because, I mean, pretty much because because THX and I called ugly cars ugly because we called gay cars gay, and like they freaked out about it.
Oh, were you like shitting on like other cars that he showed?
Yeah. It's like oh, that car's gay. Oh, that car's gay.
Oh, what? Because it was probably a slammed piece of shit that was like,
Yeah, it was a fucking gay car.
Yeah, it looked like every other gay car.
And these
that
people
was
like they can't handle it. Like they're like,
Well,
well,
it's
you
'cause they think
can't
that's cool.
You can't do that.
It's because they think that's
You can't
cool.
do that.
That's why I've always taken the more lighthearted approach with like the car hobby. Like people like different shit and everything's stupid in some way if you really think about it. But like who fucking cares? So like don't like get up in arms when I make fun of your gay shit, cuz I'm going to make fun of my gay shit too. Like don't worry about it.
But don't make your car gay on purpose.
But people also stand up for like other people they've never fucking met. It's like, oh, you can't shit on that car. It's a, it's a Bug-Eye 2.5 RS. Like acting like it's something interesting.
Yeah, Skybaz, just look up Haggard Exposed.
Yeah.
Haggard Exposed on YouTube.
Shout out Haggard Exposed.
And you'll find it.
He got us like
dude,
90 new subs or something. So shout out.
People are freaking out, man.
Shout out to all the 90 subs that aren't fucking here watching this.
Big Cheese says someone wanted to fight Netgear. Like, yeah, this dude was like a bunch, like a couple, man. They're like, oh, you pussies will never do anything.
All right, I haven't read them, so I'll read some of the. I'll read some of them.
Yeah, look, open it up, read some of the fucking comments.
I'm only gonna read the negative ones.
I thought it was funny. Haggard Exposed right there thought it was funny. And it's like all we did was tell the truth. And
so right now it has
fucking babies can't take it.
Right now it has about 320 upvotes to 160 or so downvotes. Yeah, people take
Kevin
it super
Daly,
seriously.
Thank you, man. Here every week. Thanks a lot. Well, every 2 weeks.
All right, let's see. I don't see anything too bad right now. You haven't you pinned the dude who wants to fight? I don't see the pin for it.
Go to make it sort it by newest.
Sort by newest. Damien is a good dude. Y'all hating ass little bitches. Bet you guys won't say shit to his face. The fuck you talking about? Nobody actually likes Bozuzoku. That's some whack shit.
I said in the video.
I like this one. I'm not saying these guys are pussies, but I'd pound them both out. Dude, this guy would pound both of you.
Find there's one twig. The guy said something like he said something. It's a kind of a long comment, and he says, "I'd like to see what you guys drive. You guys talk all the shit." Like find that one, and I replied to it, and you need to read that exchange.
You guys suck more than guys you talk about. Way too many emojis. Some guy talking about being jealous. Oh, I think I found it. Is it the guy saying that you guys are jealous or whatever? Or is it a different one?
Yeah.
Chris
that's
Films?
Yeah.
He said, hi, I'm Haggard Exposed and jealous that these YouTubers make money off YouTube, so I'm going to create a channel similar to Haggard Name.
Oh, no, not that one. Oh, God damn it.
This one is a run-on fucking sentence.
Yeah, it's one long...
I love bozo cars, and like, I don't usually like cars that are pointless, but I just think they're so ridiculous you can't not like them. It's gay. Like a donk. Like every time you see a donk, you have to laugh.
Donks are gay.
No, I'm not. I don't like donks.
I drive a donk before I drove a bozo car.
I don't like donks. Every time I see one, I laugh though. So like they make me laugh. That's what I'll say. Same thing with bozos. He dropped some N bombs. I don't see anything.
You have to find it. It's
Big
God
Cheese.
bless Twig.
If you don't like this Damien guy, why keep making videos about him? Is that it?
No.
You've replied to a bunch.
It's a long comment, and at the end of it, he says, "I'd like to see what you guys drive." That's your key. That's the key ID feature.
I'd like.
And in Japan, cab beats. I'll give you that. In Japan, they're kind of cool, but see, in Japan, it's because they have such an oppressive culture where you have to conform. You have to fucking be in line.
Yeah, that's why Bozo's so cool.
The Bozoku car is is breaking that. You know, it's like this is me. I'm gonna express myself in a really crazy, wild way because I'm so oppressed in every other facet of my life. And we don't fucking have that. In America, you're like, in America, if you're fucking in third grade and you're not a fucking transsexual, like you're a piece of shit. Like that's how it is in America.
Well, in America, you have to like justify everything you do. Like if you put anything on your car, someone's going to ask you why. In Japan, it's the only way to express yourself in some ways. Nobody asks you. It's just because you fucking wanted to. It's your car.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just a huge way that the culture is so different. I still haven't found it. I'm scrolling. Hold on. Nope, not that one. There's a lot of comments, man. Something about Damien with Braille paint jobs. I don't see anything about I'd like to see what you drive.
Damn, you're terrible.
I'm
at this.
scrolling, man. I don't fucking
It wasn't
see
that
anything.
far. It wasn't that far down.
I'm fucking 5 days ago. Was this like on day 1?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that far down. Let me see.
God.
Let me sort by.
I'm sorted by new, man.
Sort by new. And dude, it's like the fucking.
Oh, I found it. I
sixth
got it.
one down.
I got it. I don't know how
Chris
I missed that
Brusman.
one. These dudes are the biggest fags I've ever seen on YouTube. Probably live at home with their mom. WTF you guys doing with your life is besides taking each other is dick up the ass. Y'all would get fucked up if you said this shit to people. I'd really like to see what you guys drive. Right now, I have a 1991 Silvia K's, 1991 70 Series Land Cruiser HZJ77, 1992 Toyota Celsior, 2012 Ram Express, and a 2017 Outback 3.6R. Still a loser who hates on people doing better than you.
I don't think
Doing better than
I'm
you?
not trying to fucking like. I don't think Damien's doing better than me. I'll just say that.
If you aren't a pussy, post up your next video and expose yourself. Like, expose yourself, man. Netgear Exposed. That's the new YouTube channel, everyone. Please like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell. Bozuzoku are biker gangs. Shut up,
But
Colin.
did you read my response to that?
Yeah, I read it all. I read it all. Yeah, no, that was fucking pretty good. Tyler Fialco, that'll never be done. Never, ever, ever. It's like the 4-rotor apparently is like gonna be a thing. So, go fucking figure. All right, guys, we got about 10 minutes left, so we're in the down and dirty, the nitty gritty here. You know, we got our last topics, okay? I'm done talking about Damien. I don't fucking care about Damien. Damien hasn't done anything interesting to talk about, so we're not gonna. All right?
Yeah.
So don't ask.
He's on his third motor, and he hasn't driven the car.
Netgear went boomer and took that shirt to heart. He's like the Tommy F. Yeah, fresh oil. Yeah. Well, I mean, guys, you got to think about it. We need 22Bs. All right? Both of us. So it was really just a matter of time. We just need them. No, there won't be more Damien content. He needs to make some more content to talk about.
He needs to make content for us to shit on. He hasn't done anything.
There's nothing to talk about. What do I think of Adam's new missile? I don't know what he got. Talk about Tommy's 22B future purchase. I don't get it. I wouldn't spend that much money on that car. I like 22Bs. 22Bs are honestly one of the few Subarus I do like. I don't really care about Subaru. I'll admit that. I like the Levorg, but it doesn't come with a manual, and we don't have it. So
he didn't buy one.
He's trying to buy it.
He's trying to buy one.
Yeah, but it's like $200,000.
Yeah, no.
Like, and so they made like
80,000. Okay.
They made like
I might buy it at 80,000.
So they made like 500 something of them, right? And the RSI Beetle, they made fewer of. They made 250 of, and they cost like less than half as much.
But the RSI Beetle has like the RSI Beetle. It like.
I think it's more. I think it's more powerful. I think it. I mean, it's
and
an art.
gayer.
Way
gayer.
It is, but it also has legitimate aerodynamic downforce, like designed into it.
But it also has no racing pedigree.
No, it doesn't fucking need it. Who cares? It's an R32 Golf. Like it literally is the grandpa of that. Like that's a fucking cool car, and I would rather have that than.
Bernie, Bernie. I think you can get. I think they unbanned you from V5. You just got to join.
America's favorite podcast segment. We don't have Gayer Goods to talk about. Do you have any?
Slam them.
All right, slam them. Go, Gayer Goods.
Throw
Let's
them
go.
in there.
Lightning round. Go.
Hentai. Good.
Good. And sometimes gay.
Opie Lowly.
Good.
Good.
Thick thighs with thigh high sock squish.
Good.
Extra good. Come on, guys. You got to keep them coming here. Neckbeard and Twiggy.
Get good and gay.
Yeah, Patreon only podcast. I mean, that's this next week.
Gay.
So it would be good for somebody who just didn't hear me talk about it earlier.
Tommy's so mad, dude. He's like fucking raging at the Reddit for like.
Dude, Reddit's gonna do what Reddit's gonna do.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. You know, we're gonna find out.
Haggard
he,
exposed
gay.
About it. Haggard exposed gay.
Good.
Good gay.
Good gay.
Subscribing to Tommy's Patreon. I mean,
that's
it's your
so
money.
Gay.
It's your money. Isn't it like $2 to get the podcast?
$5 a month.
Oh, you do have to do $5? Tommy's a furry? Okay, you heard it here first. Tommy's a furry. White Claw, White Claw, like what White Claw is, it would be disrespectful to the word gay to call it gay. So, White Claw's White Claw, man.
White Claw's Damien.
Goth GFs, so good.
Good.
$5 for bi-weekly Volkswagen chats? Hell yeah. The furry kid who tried to give Rudnick his 540i.
Dude.
Statistically speaking,
I'd rather chill out. I'd rather chill out with fucking CHB2 than that kid.
I think you're right. Statistically speaking, that kid is more likely to be gay. So I'm gonna go with gay, I guess.
Okay, look at this one.
Ass or titty? That's not a gay or good.
Dude, no, but you choose one.
But that's not. I mean.
All right, look. All right, time out. All right, listen up, guys. Listen up. Everyone, throw it down in the chat. But if you could choose, you can pick any hot girl, the girl you knew.
See, it's so tough though, because you can have
college.
Both. You can have.
Hold
both,
on. Time out. This was a big debate. Okay. Any girl, you can pick any girl you want. You can know her, you don't know her, celebrity, whatever. You can only see her titties or her ass, and they'll be naked. If you choose her ass, you can't see her pussy. So which would you choose? Would you rather see her pussy?
I mean, I know you're
her ass or her titties.
I know you're gonna say ass.
No, man, titties.
You're not? Oh,
why would you want to look at her?
I agree with you. I thought you were gonna say ass.
If an ass is all stupid, it's just a dumb thing.
It's
feet don't count. You can't pick feet.
Feet.
Fucking. I'm gonna ban this guy.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, man. You're gone. Pussies look like sea creatures.
Why would you choose the ass?
Moves the goalpost until he wins.
No.
What's the argument? Ass and you can see pussy?
It's a different.
No.
If it was the same thing, it wouldn't have a fucking different name. You dummy.
See, I don't like taking part in this question because to me the answer is both. Like
in an ideal world, but if you could only see
like
one
gun to my head, I mean, I'm probably going for some big anime titties right there.
Yeah, see,
like, you got
like if the fucking door opened to the women's changing room and you could only see a girl's butt or her boobs.
I mean, I feel like you see the butt and you're just like, well, that's a butt.
A butt's a butt. They all look the same and they're not that good.
A dude butt probably looks almost exactly the same, you know?
Yeah, and it feels the same.
Yeah, you know, just grab your own ass. I don't have boobs to grab. Boobs are dumb.
Boobs are dumb.
I don't know why that was funny to read.
That Tractor 2JZ is never gonna run.
Tractor 2JZ. I should see if anyone commented
That's
to it.
gay.
I commented on the Instagram post, and I was just like,
But
is the jack stand part of the swap?
butt enclosed is the superior gazer.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm gonna have
but
to go with yeah. I'm gonna have to go with
but
butt.
bare boobs all day.
Yeah. No, I think you have a definitely real argument about the in clothing part. Gundam finna get you, boys? Gundams are gonna get us? Uh-oh. Gundam. I think it's a typo. I think he meant Gundam.
Oh no, he's saying Gungans, like from Star Wars.
No, I think he meant Gundams, like the mechas from Japan. I mean, I agree with you. I'd say the average scenario, butt wins in that one. But I mean, if there's an exceptional rack, like that's a tough one to beat.
But see, the thing about it is, any butt is, I want to say like probably 99% of butts are like enjoyable to look at.
Who here is like into the Kardashians, like physically,
Ugh.
like that amount of butt.
Like maybe at the beginning, before
it got absurd.
Yeah, before they like fucking were more machine than fucking man.
More machine than man. That's too much plastic dog shit.
Yeah, like they're.
What if it was just one boob? What if it was
gross,
three?
Man.
What if it was 3 boobs?
Eat one boob I'd take over a whole ass.
What about 3 boobs?
Yeah, that'd be even better.
As long as they're a nipple. I think Kevin's got it. I think Kevin's nailed it. Kevin figured it out. Good job, Kevin.
All the butt is a boob without a nipple. Why would you give up the nipple?
That's a fucking great
You're
line.
getting a better deal with the boobs.
You really do. It's just more bang for your buck, What's the movie where the chick had 3 boobs? I don't know. Total Recall, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I said I don't know, but as I said I don't know, I was like, wait, I think it's Total Recall. And then you said it. Total Recall. A86 Hachi. Fucking too slow, loser. We already figured it out, idiot.
Well, they're a little behind.
I don't care. I don't care. That's the one. All right, we got 2 minutes here. Lightning round, some more GOGs, baby.
Yeah.
And like,
if you want to say happy birthday, if you want to record a happy birthday message, tell me right now.
If you want us to maybe get your cell phone answering machine, you can put it up to the microphone.
Yeah,
we'll do it. We'll do your answering machine right now. All right, hold on, neck ear. Just stay quiet. We'll do it right now, okay?
Okay.
Hi, you just called a 12-year-old hater. This idiot isn't here right now, so if you can leave the message after the beak man, that would be great. Thank you.
That was pretty good.
That you were supposed to go like beak or something like that.
Sorry.
That would be the beep instead of it beeping. You would say beak, like Beakman, his battle cry.
Kevin, Patreon is we're not doing a Patreon. That's just
don't worry about Patreon. That's a meme.
Yeah, it's a meme.
Making videos exactly 10:01. Dude, mega gay.
Oh, I'll give you my Patreon.
What's yours? Yeah, get neck ears. Give him $1. Yeah, making videos exactly 10:01 is maybe the gayest thing you could do. On YouTube, at least. Family vlogs might be gayer.
Family vlogs are fucking
10:01 family vlogs? That's maximum. That's the limit.
What I was talking about earlier with like car Instagrammers and like stupid fucking bitch Instagrammers pretending like life is always amazing and everything's perfect. Yeah. Family YouTubers take that to the fucking extreme. Like they are the fakest motherfuckers.
It's bad, man. Like some of the stuff they do is so fucking bad. I like the ones where they're literally just like, oh, our kid just bought a $300 on Fortnite. It's like, you're just making these other kids want to steal their parents' credit cards, you idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, Tommy's my only patron.
All right. No one else made any GOGs, so I guess we're here to wrap this up, huh? This is a pretty fruitful one. We had a good time. If you're one of the 90 new subscribers, thank you for actually showing up. If you're not, one of the 89 that didn't show up, fuck you. You have any last things to say? I don't really have. I have a
no.
last thing to say. Tommy's GTR is several shades of yellow. That is all.
Bend over. It's a watt, like this watt keychain,
What?
and then on the back it says, well, on the front it says watt, and then on the back it says rage your dream. Damn it, I put Deem.
Oh,
Rage
no.
your dream. That's what it says on the back.
I think we're
Yeah,
good.
go check out Haggard Exposed.
Yeah,
if you
check
guys
out
haven't
Haggard
already.
Exposed.
Go get in the fucking comments and start fighting.
Make sure to hit up Tommy if he has Patreon. Come on, guys, at least $5. Everyone do their part. We got to get these builds done. We got to get these Patreons paid for. 10. Really, honestly, if you like me, $10, please, to Tommy right there. So yeah, that's the podcast, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Big Cheese. I'll meet you out by the flagpole after school then, if you want to fucking fight. Yeah, we'll see who's real tough then.
And for real, merch is coming.
Yeah, we're actually working on it, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
We'll update you. And we're almost at like 900 subs, so once we get to 1,000, I guess we'll try to be less bad at this. So that's a goal for all of you lovely people. So
yeah,
thank
so
you,
share
everyone.
it.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Signed C-Weights. Yeah, we'll figure that one out. Everyone, thank you all for coming. Have a great night, Netgear. Thank you so much for being here, too. And we'll all catch you later. Bye.
All right, see you guys later.